Hi, I'm Carl, and welcome to LARP Legion. So, I have received the Ranger LARP Box after waiting for a bit, but I'm really excited. This is a bit of a bigger box than usual, so I'm wondering why that is. So let's just find out right away. You know how we do? Just go right into it. We don't read. We've already said that. Get with the flow. Okay, so first of all, let's see something that's really nice. It's only one. I'm a bit confused, but it's still nice. Oh, I know what it is. So this is made by Azur, and I'm pretty sure it is a bracer for archery. That's why there's only one, because you would only need one. No, we don't read. But yeah, I think this little thicker part here is so that the string doesn't cut up your arm. Because even if it's a LARP bow, it still hurts. So really good thing, really cool. I don't use a bow, but I've always found them really cool, so who knows, maybe. Then we have, everyone knows that the best spray for rangers is beef jerky. It's werewolf beef jerky. Is it? Oh, it's not actual werewolf. Moving on. It's fine, I'll get it after. So then we have a little feather leather necklace thing, which I guess fits with the ranger aesthetic. Again, made by Azur. I don't know whether there's two tags on here, but it's nice. It's the classic leather wrap for the necklace. Although I'm a bit worried because the ring doesn't have a lot of leeway with the leather around, so this might break. So maybe not wear this to combat. But I really like the detailing on the feather. It's simplistic, not too in your face. Good little accessory. Then we have a parchment about fungi. Not fun guys, fungi. And it's, oh geez. There is text, but it is apparently made not to be read because it is so tiny. Which I feel is a bit redundant. Because I see a bunch of mushrooms that look like they could kill me, but I don't know which one will. But still, really cool little thing to have. If you can get a bunch of these for different things, it'd be really cool to have. And now, we have this big piece here, which I'm gonna cheat. I cheated. Is a nice green hood by Epic Armory, which I think it's the same. It is not the same model than the. No, it's not quite the same, I think. It's not quite the same that was included in another box. I think it was the Mercenary box. But I have a bit of a problem with this, is that it's such a fake green, I guess you could say. This looks a bit too clean for my taste. Like it looks like it's too modern fabric kind of deal. I don't know how I feel about this. Like the previous one was like a nice beige burlap kind of color wool, but this one, I guess this one is pretty thin, so it's nicer for when it's warmer. But I feel like this green would clash with if you were wearing leather armor. Like this is super weathered and super nice, and if you put it next to it, kind of look like I spent money for this and then I didn't have enough money, so I went to a party store. I'm sorry if that's a bit rude, but that's what I feel like. But there are ways to weather fabric, so this is not a complete loss. And if you would like to have a tutorial about how to weather fabric and make it look more aged or darker or stuff like that, that is a thing we could do on the channel to help you guys if you also ordered this, or if you have just bought this from Epic Armory. That could be a fun little tutorial to do. But yeah, I feel like this is a good amount of like starter thing for a ranger. I feel like the fungi thing It's not that great because you can't read what's on it, which feels a bit redundant for like a page of a notebook. Like you're only gonna walk around with a page of a notebook about fungi, and it says fungos. Is it supposed to be in another language or something? Because this is made by Davy Jones Locker, which is actually a brand in Quebec. But pretty sure fungos is not how you say mushroom or fungi in French, because it's not. So that's a bit confusing, but it was indeed an Archer Arm Guard. You had the Epic Armory hood. In the Legendary LARP box, you had a Artisan d'Azur leather quiver, so that's pretty cool. You had some LARP arrows from B3 Imagination Studio, so that's cool that they plugged in their own arrows that they make at B3. You had a IDV Engineering LARP bow, so you had a full LARP bow, like you had a full LARP bow and arrow kit, so that's pretty cool. And you had Davy Jones Locker Tracker Scroll. Prints from Creature, both mundane and fantastical. So I guess this might have been... It just says scroll though, so maybe it was just in the same... Okay, this says parchment and the other one says scroll, so I think they make these big scrolls, so I guess it was one of those. So, all in all, for, let's say I don't have a ranger character. So let's say I was saying I want to start a ranger character. This is cool. It's useful for many characters as well. I could use this for Grog easily. This can be a neat little accessory. You can, sure it's a archery thing, but you could wear this on one arm and another type of bracer on another arm, and it could still look pretty cool. I really like the look of this. This is a really nice piece. It's Artisan d'Azur doing what they do best once again. Like I said, this is fun, but it feels like unless you make up your own meaning to this, it's kind of something that you're gonna carry around and be like, hold on, I need to look about my fungi. Yes, I can't read. So cool, but it's kind of like a novelty kind of item, I guess. And this, like I said, on its own, but redeemable. It's fabric. It's doable. So I would actually say that this box is, for the weight that I had compared to the other boxes, it's probably one of the weakest ones I had, sadly, which I'm a bit saddened by because I missed the first Ranger box. I don't know what was in it. I need to go take a look back. Maybe I'll put up on the screen what was in the previous Ranger LARP box, but I feel like I don't know what they waited really long to get, because Bart said that he was waiting on some items to ship out. I mean, literally 3 of these items come from Quebec. So I don't know how. I literally don't know how much trouble you could get from shipping from Quebec to where the LARP box store is located. Maybe it was the Epic Armory hoods, because I know that they have some troubles with their shipping. So if this little piece of green fabric was the problem, I feel like we could have went with something else. Well, they can't all be winners. It's still always fun to open, and these are great accessories to make kits out of, so who knows? We'll see in the future if something comes from it. Admin Carl, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to join the Legion.